What's going on, you guys? It's Haji here and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we're going to do another reaction video and we're going to be reacting to my man Patrick Bet-David, 11 skills that millionaires master. So this should be a really good video. It's one of the most popular ones on his channel. And you guys, we're going to keep putting out more reaction videos. And I promise you, I'm working on more in-detail training content, specifically on how to execute some of the things that we're learning from some of these videos. But I just thought this would be a good start for the channel, and I love doing these reaction videos. I love watching them, and why not watch it with you guys and put my little spin on and twist on it. So with that being said, let's jump right into the video.
One of the many things I firmly believe in, that anybody who learns the skill sets of a millionaire can become a millionaire. When I say anybody,
that's facts.
I literally mean generally anybody, minus any health, disabilities, things like that. So you see, I'm wearing this shirt here that says enjoy capitalism, because capitalism may not be a 100% perfect system. I've lived in a socialistic environment,
not perfect at all.
Not vacation.
The epidemic is showing us how imperfect it is right now.
Environment. I've lived with a family members who were half my family were all communists and an imperialist.
I love this guy's story. One of the main reasons why I love his story so much is just because he's an immigrant. I'm an immigrant. It just shows that anybody can do it. His story is just crazy.
Change. A lot of people change temporarily. I'm going to get into my message here. I'm talking permanent change. I know a lot of people that will work hard for 90 days and then they go back to the bad habits. They'll exercise for 90 days, then they go back to the bad habits. They'll keep a good diet for 90 days, then they'll go back to the bad habits. They'll read books for 90 days. I'm talking permanent obsession, change that is going to last with you for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. That's what it's going to take to be able to make the kind of money that millionaires make. The money's out there. The money circulates. It doesn't stay in a place. This money...
That point right there is a gem. You guys, it's a long haul. Like any change, any action, anything that you do from our last video, you got to repeat. You could just, if you know how to make $1, just repeat it over and over again. Repeat it a million times, because it's a repetition game, and you just got to keep doing it. You can't repeat 90 days. You can't repeat 1 year. You can't repeat 2 years. You got to repeat lifelong. So I love that point right there, starting the video off with some bombs.
Think about this here. It's called How to Really Become a Millionaire. Let's put the images also, people, because they're implementing and growing. So you will get the content. It's on you to implement it. So let's go through number one. And by the way, I'm assuming you automatically have to have work ethic. I'm not even going to put work ethic as a point, because it's not a skill set. It's a mentality. But if you don't work, one of the many things are going to firmly affect you in any possible way. Maybe a little bit, but not dramatically. Let me get right into it. Number one skill set that generally millionaires master is persuasion. And let me explain to you what I mean by persuasion. What I mean, they master. Persuasion to me is on many different fronts. One, they have to persuade their family that I'm going to go become an entrepreneur. Please support me. They have to persuade their wife if they're married, their husband if they're married. They have to persuade their kids, parents, peers. They have to persuade investors. They have to persuade an employee to want to come work with them when they're small. They have to persuade a group of salespeople to want to come and sell their product. They have to persuade people on why their product is a special product. They have to persuade why their industry is a special industry and what type of an impact it's made in your life. You got to learn how to persuade people. You got to learn how to persuade when they're selling a customer, when your product may not yet be at the level you want it to be. You need to learn how to persuade investors on why they ought to invest into your company. You need to persuade executives and talent.
And one of the things about persuasion is sales. You have to, sometimes when people feel like you're persuading people, it feels like they're almost stepping outside their comfort zone. That has to be your new comfort zone. That has to be your new normal. You have to be able and willing and excited to go out and persuade people to buy your product. You have to be able to go out and persuade people on buying into you or buying into your ideas. You can't feel sleazy. You can't feel bad. You can't feel sad. You can't feel any kind of way but absolutely phenomenal when persuading and selling your product. That's the type of mindset you have to have. A lot of people build great products, but they feel some sort of way when they go persuade, when they're going to sell their product. You can't feel that way, because that emotion, that feeling right there is already holding you back.
Who are with established companies. Why ought to wrong? And you need to go out there and do something about it. You need to read people that need you to make a right effort to take care of them. You to make the, most millionaires master is reading people. And I'll tell you what I mean by reading people. Okay? The reason why reading people, millionaires end up generally becoming good at reading people is because they've been ripped off, backstabbed, lied to, cheated so many times that there are a lot of signals that they see a trend and saying, this person's like that, reminds me of this person. You got to learn how to read people. You got to learn how to read a customer. You got to learn how to read an employee. You got to learn how to read someone who is absolutely full of it. Sometimes I get surprised how some people who are pretty successful, they're making 120, 300.
Yeah, that's also another good point. One thing about reading people, just from my experience, if you're building, you have to build a team. And when you're building a team, you know, one of the biggest things that's going to help you develop that person is just being able to understand that person, understand what's their strengths and what's their weaknesses, to really figure out how you can best use this person to build your vision. So that's one of the big things that I would say about reading people, is definitely understanding just what are people's strengths, what are people feeling, what are people not telling you subliminally. You know, like sometimes I can tell that when somebody's okay, like somebody's about to quit or somebody's about to quit on my team, I can like, okay, I will have to start replacing this person because I can kind of just catch the vibes that this person is about to quit. So that's one of the things that you definitely want to do, reading people. I don't think that one is as important, but it's definitely up there. So let's go to the next one. The next one is going to be sharing wealth.
Makes sense to you here in a minute. It's called sharing the wealth. Hang tight. This is not a hokey, corny type of thing. I'll explain to you what I mean by sharing the wealth. The people that I've met who have created lots of wealth. I live in a nice community, and you know, I go to the guy across the street. He's a guy who was part of a technology software company. He was one of the many guys that became very wealthy when his company was bought out. I go to the guy on the other side, lives in a $6.5 million house. They built, 5, 10, 15, 20 different dealerships. Berkshire Hathaway came and bought him. They won the biggest dealership here in town in Dallas and Texas. They bought him out. He was one of the many people who all experienced a lot of wealth, and they made lots of money. I go and sit down with people who were part of startups, and you hear stories of so many people. You look at Microsoft on why they kept growing, Apple, when they kept growing. When Steve Jobs died, most people don't know this, he only owned 0.6% of Apple stock. Think about it. The CEO, the founder, only ended up owning 0.6%.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Of stock. Now, some people will say, well, it's because he left, he went to Next, and he sold another. Okay, I get it. Still, 0.6%. Microsoft, Bill Gates. So many people became wealthy with Microsoft. So many people became wealthy with Amazon. So many people become wealthy. Anything that's ever at the highest scale, wealth has to be created by multiple people. The Clippers organization is owned by a former employee of Microsoft.
It's just going back to like adopting the mindset that it just can't be you. You know what I'm saying? You have to do it with people, like, because it just takes so freaking much. It's so much that you have to do on a daily basis. You really have to get people to buy in and come in on your team and be part of the journey with you. And this is a problem that a lot of people, solo entrepreneurs, look. You have to build a team. If you want to do it faster, you want to get there faster, you have to use other people. You can't do it yourself. And you got to, sacrifice some of your original wealth, some of the money that you would have pocketed, and give it to other people so that you can grow faster, you can grow and still kind of have some sanity behind it as well. So you guys, I think that's also a very, very solid point.
The Seattle Seahawks and Paul Allen? Trailblazers, it's a former Microsoft. So when you go and study this, you will notice that a lot of people who create their wealth do it that way. I remember one time, leverage, it's very critical, leverage. Millionaires master leverage. They are master at understanding leverage. And I think one of the reasons why they understand leverage is the sooner you learn that in order to do anything big, you need a team, is the sooner you'll start scaling at a very fast pace.
That's just what I was saying. You need a team.
Especially a lot of the
it takes so much to do.
Self-motivated guys that had high GPAs or did very good in school and they had good grades and they were always good at doing the homework right and nobody does it better than me. I'm not a perfectionist. Yeah. They typically have the hardest time. The guys that didn't have the best grades and they were kind of played a little bit of sports, they generally don't have a hard time with this. You know why? Because they've always needed help. So it's kind of like, man, I need help. I still need help.
Right.
But the ones that typically have independently, who are very good in homework, they have a hard time knowing that they need help. leverage is a very, very big deal. So you got to learn how to delegate. What do you delegate? What do you not delegate? How do you manage and study a certain thing that you're delegating to somebody to see if they can fully come through with it? Crowdsourcing. One of my favorite questions to ask our staff.
Right now, this is so crucial. You need that team. That team has to be with you because it's like I said, it's so much to do. You need to have that team with you. I cannot stress that enough. Like this is something that I'm just recently learning, you guys. And that team development it's a certain way to do it. It's a certain way. There's things that you want to outsource. There's certain ways that you have to outsource. It's a whole strategy behind it. You don't just want to tell somebody, hey, do this. You have to explain your vision. You have to give them the vision. You have to feed them the vision so they know exactly what you want them to do. So I think this is an excellent point again.
It doesn't matter who it is. I love to ask, what do you think? What do you think about this? What do you think about this idea? What do you think about that? What do you think about this? What are your thoughts? And I like to ask every different type of personality, somebody who is very skeptical but very technical, faster. Leverage. Number five. This is a skill set they master. Let me tell you. Recruiting. Let me explain. You recruit a media platform to want to build you up. You recruit talent. You recruit executives. You recruit the best salespeople. You recruit people who are...
You guys, if you notice that the last 3 points have all been about building a team and building people around you, those are 3 skills to build people around you. You have that surrounding, the people that surround you, the people that can help you get there faster. And I completely agree with this. Like if you want to go somewhere fast, you got to go with the team. And I agree with this. There's so much to do on a daily basis. There's so much opportunity out there. And if you want to conquer it all, you have to conquer it with a team. So I can't agree more with this point right here.
Friends that want to go into business with you. Recruit solid, high identity associations. You recruit good friends. You recruit, other people who are extremely successful that also want to associate with you. This one's also strange, but I'll tell you. Energy management. What is energy management? I still don't drink coffee. I just got off the phone with a major player at the AIG who sent me a very, very nice gift. Mark, thank you for sending that nice gift that you send out. But we were talking about energy, and he says, you got a newborn. Are you getting any sleep? I said, yeah, I'm trying to get some sleep. I'm waking up every 2 hours with the baby. And says, so are you still not drinking coffee? I said, I'm still not drinking coffee. So do you do Red Bull? Do you do this? I don't do any of that stuff. I personally don't do any of that stuff.
Right.
But I have to figure out a way on how to manage my energy, because my energy, without it, I can't do anything. And anybody who becomes a millionaire, those who don't, they generally quit at some point. They quit at $100,000 year income. They quit at 150, 200, 300, 400. But everybody quits at some point. Okay, some people go to the very end and then they quit when they die. But a lot of people quit after 2, 3, 4 years of going all in. Most people don't go for a long time. Keep that part in mind. So energy management is, what can I do for me to increase my energy? So generally I get tired after working 8 hours. I don't want to get tired after 8 hours. What can I do? Maybe I want to go 10 hours. Maybe I want to go 12 hours. So I like to stand up and work, because this one my body is standing up. So every time I'm doing this, my body's moving. And when I sit now, I may take a break and I sit, my energy goes lower, then boom, I stand up again, my body's moving, things are happening. So figuring out ways to manage your energy to know how long you can go. Figuring out how you can go.
It's all about energy. You can't do nothing in this world without energy. You can't do nothing if you're lethargical. One of my favorite quotes from a book, T.R. Elker, and it goes like, increase your energy, and then when people come, because people are attracted to energy, and when people come, you charge them for it. So I love that quote, and it's all about energy. And it's a lot of secrets that I use, a lot of things that I've been practicing lately to increase my energy, and I'm probably going to talk about it more on this channel.
On little to no sleep. I know that sounds strange to some people. How do you do that? Your fitness routine, your diet, of that is part of energy management. Number 7, anybody who's been following my content for a while, I made a video that was called The Most Important Thing to Teach My Children, right? And it's called what? How to Process Issues. Millionaires learn how to process issues. They learn how to problem solve. They learn how to sit there and say, if we need this, we need to do this, 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 this. They know how to think about a problem and come out with a 1, 2, 3 step to doing something. Hey, we need to figure this part out. Let's call that person. They call this person, email that guy, call this guy, let me call this person and say, okay, we got it. Here's what we need to do.
Right.
That person's willing to do this. That person's not interested, but we need to call them back in the next 6 months. All this stuff that goes, but it's purely on learning how to process issues. And a part of learning how to process issues.
It's all about people and processes. People and processes. I love, like Marcus Lemonis says this a lot. Marcus Lemonis runs the show The Profit. It's a very, very good show on TV on CNBC. But it's all about people and processes. People and processes. Those are the two things that you definitely need to take yourself anywhere. People and processes.
Processing issues. Number eight is time management. They learn time management, and generally you learn time management because a lot of times.
This is something I stuck at. Like, I take a long time to do things. So this is something I'm currently working on. So I'm focused on this.
They're spending way too much time on a game, or they're spending way too much time on Snapchat following everybody else. They're spending way too much time on Instagram or all that other stuff, and they're not putting a lot of time into selling, front end, prospecting, creating, networking, relationship. They're not in the hunt, right? So you don't make it. You go straight to the cemetery of entrepreneurs who are millions and billions of people buried there who didn't make it. They tried and they didn't make it there. Time management.
So many people don't make it. So many people get stuck in that struggle phase, and it's cut.
Women becoming out and still effective. How you learn a 30-minute phone call to become 10 minutes. How you learn to leave a message that's an effective message, yet it's not a 6-minute message or a 4-minute message. They learn how to say a message in a bit of a faster way. They know what area they don't need to put time on and say, this is relationship. I'm not putting a deadline on this because this is relation. Because sometimes you can also be the complete opposite with, okay, I got to go. And then the other person is offended by it because they're also busy and you're busy. It's kind of like, listen, I'm as busy as you are, so don't give me this I'm busy type of thing. Everybody's busy at this point. Right. So sometimes people that play that card when they're not, it kind of rubs people the wrong way who they're already in the hunt at a high different level. So time management, they understand that. But they become how to manage money. You have to learn how to manage money because everything to you is risk. Everything to you is you have these type of resources and it's depleting. What can you do to make the number keep coming up? So the income is increasing your savings that you have all in place.
Definitely. Money management. Money goes to those that know how to manage it. Those who know how to manage money attract money.
I told my wife, I said, for 5 years, I'm not buying a house. And she said, babe, we can afford to buy a house. I said, I'm telling you, I'm not buying a house for 5 years. Babe, it's only $300,000 down payment. Baby, I'm not buying a house for 5 years. And I made it very clear. So she knew. I don't even want to talk about buying a house because everything that came in is going back into the business. Everything. We rented for the first 5 years of me being and we could afford to buy a house, but we rented. And then we bought a house. Then it's a different story. Why? Because I could do a lot more with that $300,000 in the company than I could with $300,000 down payment on a house or $600,000 down payment on a house. Why would I want to do that? I don't want to do that. I want to stretch the money and make that $600,000 $6 million. Why would I want to tie that money up to something automatically right now? I don't need to be doing that. So risking it, saving to be able to risk more. One of the things about Apple that they're known for is they're very much about cash. And the reason why they're always been known as stingy or all this criticism that people gave to Apple, they have cash to make decisions. Google has cash to make decisions. Companies have cash to make decisions. And when you have cash, when you want to buy something, you can do that. So cash is a very, very big part of managing money as well. So number 9 is how to manage money. Number 10 is how to be aggressively patient. This is kind of
aggressively patient. I love this one.
How do you become aggressively patient? One, you are so aggressive and assertive on your part on what you can do to grow, but psychologically you're patient to know everything's going to work out. Because listen, I'm telling you the reason why I believe anybody and everybody could become a millionaire, because there's a formula to it. And some of the people that hate it when I say that is because they tried and they quit too early, or they don't want to work that hard. So it upsets them because they would rather have an escape to say, it's not true, you have to be smart, you have to be from a wealthy family. I'm not smart, I'm not.
A person that masters patience can master anything. And just with any sort of goal, and I can just, tell you guys from my journey, with any sort of goal, the one thing, the common denominator is patience, because it does not happen overnight. You have to be aggressively patient, like he says. But one thing about patience is trust. You have to, that ability, that energy of you trusting yourself to get it right, to get it done. That energy right there can take you a long way. So I think that's what really patience is. It's more so an energy than anything else. And having that energy inside of your body just says, hey, I trust you. I trust that we're going to get this right. So no matter where we are right now, we're going to get there. So that energy of patience is just a manifestation energy. So I really love that. I really love that point right there.
From a wealthy family, I learned. I read 1,200 books because I was just feeding my mind constantly. So it's not that I don't come from a wealthy or very intelligent, intellectual type of, I come from a simple, hardworking family is what I come from. So, but you're going to have to learn a part that is just working. Patient. I know it's coming. Working. And the reason why patience would come, say whatever product you sell. So let's just say it's real estate. If I know every week I plant 100 new seeds, whether it's for a loan officer that I can build a relationship for him to use me as a realtor, whether it's to hardcore accountants that are working in the market that I want him to refer me as a realtor to their client, whether it's a community of everybody that buys and sells.
Patience. You don't plant a seed and it grows overnight. That is the whole concept of patience. You have to be patient. I love that concept there. Love that concept. And then let's go into the last one.
Every week I add 100 people to my seed. I'm planting 100 seeds. 2 weeks, that means I have how many seeds? 200 seeds. 300 seeds. 400, 500, 600, 700, 800. 900. I know something's about to happen.
I know.
I'm about to get a call and say, hey, Patrick, this is John giving you a call. You and I met about 3 months ago, and you were a realtor. We got your car. Look, we're thinking about selling our house, and we'd like to get together with you. We really like your approach. Are you available for us to get together later on today? Sure. Excellent. Because I'm doing this, I'm guaranteed to get this. I know for a fact this is going to happen. Most people, the reason why they don't get this, they're like, there's these 3 guys. If they buy the house from me, I'm going to be a millionaire. There's these 2 people. If they do business with me, they're just waiting on those 2, 3 people. It's not going to work.
You got to plant seeds.
Seed. Boom. Patient. It's coming. It comes. Then all of a sudden, when the floodgates open, let me tell you, you better get the bank to be ready. When the floodgates opens, then it's just like, then they're constantly focused on improvement. They're constantly focused on improvement. How can I become better in this? How can I become better in that? How can I become better in this? How can I make...
You always have to keep learning. And you guys, this was an awesome video. I love this video. 11 Skills to Master by Patrick Brett David. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to link the full video in the description. And if you guys enjoy this type of content, please make sure you smash that subscribe button, leave a like, and tell me if you guys enjoyed this video. And most importantly, I just opened up a new Facebook group. And in this Facebook group, I'm going to be posting more in detail trainings, hour-long trainings, specifically talking about how to execute some of this stuff that he talks about. Like, for example, energy management. I go hour-long, talk about how to manage your energy while working from home. Things like recruiting, how to use Fiverr and other outsourced tools to really find people and hire them to get them to execute your vision and your dream. So I go hour-longs and I really post more detailed trainings on like the systems and processes I use behind all of this stuff. So if you guys enjoy this type of content, please make sure you smash that subscribe button, and I'm going to leave a link below to the Facebook group. It's completely free, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time, Haji out.